going on, yo? It's Fuego Diego, and I guess somehow this is episode 6.5 of the late cast. And talk about not counting, but I mean, we gotta go
Yo,
over that snafu from yesterday's disconnect. Like, I don't even know how to explain that.
yeah,
So 6.5, 7. It's gonna get real confusing later on in life when somebody starts actually counting, but not today.
yeah.
But no, we're here. We're not queer, and we're here to stay.
Here to
Today's
stay,
today's fucking
fellas.
cast is definitely more minority than it is majority. So we've got myself, Young Betancourt,
What
Jay,
the fuck is
and Ray.
that, dude? What
You
is
never heard that
that?
last name? That
Why would you?
somebody's
Why
last
would
name.
you? Why?
It was the
Why
first
that though?
B thing that happened in my brain. Listen, I gotta start thinking of something. How many episodes been to go and me not repeat a B name?
I mean, there's a lot of B words.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but my brain farts every single time I go to like say young something and then it's like B word. And I try to leave like
Yeah.
all derogatory things out of it because I'm not trying to slander your name. And then sometimes I just try to leave out like
Appreciate
weird
that, man.
things. So Betancourt for some
Appreciate you
reason.
not trying to. I appreciate you not slandering my name.
Oh yeah, I'm not about slander unless it needs to be there. Speaking of slander, I did want to touch on because yesterday, since this is still from yesterday, I guess we were talking about Colin Kaepernick, and fucking
Mm.
Jay was mentioning how he really can't stand that nigga in any way. Now, I did fail to mention during the show that my ass did make an entire shirt based on Colin
Oh
Kaepernick's
yeah.
actions.
Oh yeah, I
So,
remember that.
right, see, so when you say stuff like that, I
Yeah.
have to think back on like me, who at the time when Cap did the shit, like I was with the motion, like I was hoping everybody else on his team was fucking gonna continue to kneel with him for the remainder of the
Yeah.
year. Like I was on that motion because I thought that the movement was strong. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yeah,
Way to kill the conservative.
he himself, he's going about it a different way now. Now that that shit's old. But when at the time when it was happening, oh, I full on believe that fuck the police, black people's rights for the half black in me, and I mean, just do a thing like do a non-violent protest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I have no problem with fucking protesting.
Well, things
Yeah.
maybe not a.
I don't think Jay had a problem with that. I just think they felt that he
I'm,
was entitled, right? Like he felt like, why do you have the right to be like, no, like,
yeah,
nah,
like,
I don't want to do it here. We're gonna go here because the
Oh
NFL,
yeah, we did have
blah blah
that.
blah,
Yeah,
whatever.
we had that
and
talk.
not because black or white. Like, he's not talented.
I mean, that's. I
I've
don't
never
know. I
seen him
mean,
play,
I
so
like
I don't
watching
know.
Colin Kaepernick play football. Like he just some of the stuff he does. I mean, for a dude his size and like I don't know. Like I think he's a good quarterback. I mean, he was better, um, of course, in
I
college.
mean, I heard like good things about him. Like I didn't I didn't like see like, oh, Colin Kaepernick this, he's the greatest or whatever. But I heard like, oh, he's a decent quarterback. But that was like his first year, so I don't. That was a while ago.
Yeah, he had one good year, and then after that, it was like, nah. And then he
Yeah.
threw away his contract so that he could, because he thought he was better than it.
Well,
So at that
But I
point, what
mean,
do you
people are
get?
doing that
Like,
now. That's like the NFL fucking standard right there. What you just said.
no, I understand. Like, but I just don't, like, he didn't do anything to deserve anything more than what he
He
thought.
was getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
because he
I
was
can see what
already
you're saying.
getting a decent sized contract from the 49ers.
yeah, well, nobody told him to fucking opt out of his contract and
Yeah.
No, yeah, that
fucking
part. Like I said, I didn't know the depth of it to that point until you really said it. Because I mean, I was kind of blind to the fact that like I didn't really care about what his like situation in the NFL was, other than the shit I was hearing on the media. Like, 'cause, I mean, if you listen to the media, like they'll say that like nobody wants him, and like when that shit happened, he got let go and released, and they didn't really give a detail why until you really like look it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like main headlines and shit, they'll just say like he protested and got released,
Oh, I just killed myself.
or like he's protested and now is no longer in the NFL, and that's a like that's a thing, and that's what people are in an uproar about. So I didn't really care either. Like I didn't like miss him. Like I'm not saying I like him to the point where like when he left, I was like I'm not watching fucking football anymore. Because I mean, there's definitely those people.
Yeah, there's a lot of those people.
It's probably still happening to this day.
Yeah. Yep.
That was 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
Oh shit!
think so.
Hold on. I'm lost. Hold on.
I think it's been about 3 years now. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Did you guys hear that Jay-Z's upset with him for doing that?
With Cap,
Yeah.
like recently, he's been upset with him.
Yeah.
Because he did
Ever
that
since
shit.
the yeah.
Oh,
ever
since he did
the,
that thing on the high school field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the high school field. I watched it. I watched him throw the football and all that shit, and run fake plays. I watched it. I was like, why is he doing this? Kanye West teases a Jesus is King Part 2,
Why?
and talks with Dr. Dre
Dr.
and
Dre?
and an opera.
I think I've actually seen that shit about an opera.
I think I have seen the opera thing once or twice too. I think it's my second time reading about that he wanted to do an opera, whether it was this time or next time, whatever. I'm just like, come on, man. Come
Why?
on, man.
Like, what? Who does he... Never mind.
They
Never mind.
consider some of this, I think, pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the music.
Oh, what?
If I,
They
no,
consider it pop?
Hold on one second. Not all the
How did I
songs,
not make that?
but because some of the songs, like the tempo of it is not like gospel.
Yeah.
Not a gospel song. So then what would you consider the genre? And somebody was saying how it would be like a pop gospel or some shit like that. Like, I swear, hold on.
Sure. Pop gospel.
Because again, it's some of them aren't gospel. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it even says
don't-
that
they
a
don't
couple of them are
sound like
hip hop.
gospel.
The genre for the entire CD is in the hip hop genre. Straight up.
Alright.
Oh, come on, bro. Do you see this?
Yeah. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's still distributed by Def Jam. Like you said, it's his whatever label he was on. He's on
Yeah,
Def Jam.
whatever label.
He's on. It's
Yeah.
distributed by Def Jam. So, yeah, Def Jam's not releasing a gospel album. You bugging? You big bugging?
Yeah, that's crazy. But fuck Kanye West.
Yo, fuck what Kanye says.
Damn.
Like, fuck what Kanye says in every way.
Yeah, dude,
Fuck
I
that
don't.
nigga.
I don't care for Kanye West.
Don't
You
even
know,
make any
his
sense,
older music,
yo.
sure.
Nah, not even that.
His older music was alright.
I don't even fuck with that.
I like his older music, but ever since
That nigga
his
big-
mom
big
died,
bucket.
I guess that had like a big impact. Drove that nigga nuts, bro.
Either way, it drove you nuts, and then you went back to like sane, then to nuts again. Cause like, bro, like I said, a year ago, he's talking about fucking hoes,
Yeah.
and now he's talking about fucking
over me.
Jesus.
Tekashi 6ix9ine's girlfriend is counting down the days until his release.
I bet. So
Hear
what
what
you
it
just
says.
what you just said was, it was really good. Like because sometimes I could be that guy, but
31 days.
You know what one of the fastest
31 days until his release.
is it really?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know the fastest way. Now that she's posting all that, the fastest way for niggas
I don't
to
know
find
if
her.
it's until his
I mean, to
release
find him.
or his trial or some shit.
You know the
But
fastest way to find anybody is through their spouse or their lover.
yeah,
Nigga, so if you
that
think
nigga
that
better
they're
break
not
up
gonna
with her as
see
soon
each
as he
other,
gets
yeah,
out.
you think that she's not gonna go see him and that nobody's gonna follow her. Not
Yeah.
anybody. Nobody's gonna follow her to meet up with him. Nobody. Come on.
Yeah, that
Come on.
as soon as he said no to fucking witness protection, that nigga said no to living. That's it, bro. Like he's not gonna live. He's not gonna do anything with his life. Might lose his life. Like nah.
I know he's gonna have mass security. He already had security for the most part.
Right, yeah, I'm good.
You think that people still like risk that shit to like protect that nigga?
Yeah.
Risk their lives?
Yes.
Think so?
Yes.
Is there
Completely do.
an amount of money? What
Money
amount of money
talks.
would you take to protect his life? To be
If
his
I was a
security
security guard, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if that was my job,
guard? Yeah.
and somebody hit me up and thought that I was like, yo, you're gonna make this money. Yeah, I'm down.
No.
But for the amount of money,
amount of money? What amount of money
I don't know
are you
what security
gonna?
guards makes, but I
you want?
want hundreds of thousands, if not millions, from that dude.
From 6ix9ine?
Yeah. Every time we step out the house, I want more money.
Okay. Yeah. If that was my job, if my job
Yeah.
was to do
Yeah,
that,
that's
yeah,
my job. Yeah, I'm taking it. The fuck you talking about? Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not, nigga?
Yeah,
Because
tell me
you
why
might get
not.
shot, you might get killed.
Yeah, you're gonna do that
Like,
with
what do you
most jobs
mean,
that are
bro?
gonna pay you something like that too.
Or on the other side of it, you could get more money for being a snitch and snitching him out
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
from somebody looking for him.
Nah, I ain't doing that. I've never been a snitch. But nah, I might step to the side though. I might be really bad at doing my job. You never know. Now that's different.
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't take. I wouldn't. It has to be a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
It
is
has to be
money
a lot of fucking money, dude, for me to be that dude's
to
security
protect that
guard.
nigga. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
350K plus a year, bro.
Nah, I don't want that a year. I want that 350K like each time we needs me for
Yeah,
extended periods of
'cause
time.
that's
Like you know what I'm saying? He might need to switch out security guards because like I want that same amount of money to if you're gonna use me for the whole week, that I want that 350,000 in cash. Fucking year. You can use me for the whole month. Oh, we may have to talk about like half a mil or more than that.
yeah. Because
I need that just to make sure that I'm set, nigga. We both need vests. Like I
That's
need like
you
I need like the whole suit.
nigga, walking out the house to fucking play with death every day, nigga. Being that nigga security guard.
I'm gonna have to buy the right weapon, which is gonna come in at your dime. Like, fuck you saying?
Like, yo, I never had.
We're gonna have a couple weapons.
I never had to be a security guard for a dude that was potentially gonna get killed every fucking day.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so I'm gonna need a weapon if I'm gonna be your
Nah, a
security
couple.
guard.
There's gonna be a couple in the house that you're not allowed to touch.
Oh, come on.
That you don't even know.
Oh yeah. So Ray, what was that question that you were talking about?
How do you feel about your girl farting?
Can I get a when? Like all the time?
Yeah,
And whenever
yeah.
she
Like,
freely
is
wants?
it
Are
just
we
like,
out in public?
I
down for
mean, let's place it under multiple circumstances.
all right?
Damn, who gets to go first? Because y'all gonna want me to go last.
If it's just like me and her chilling. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. And what else? Like around like family and stuff, I'd be like, yo, like chill. And out in public, I don't give a fuck. I do that shit sometimes. If you gotta let one go, yo, you gotta let one go.
Bet. Jay? Shit, you married.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I figured that.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck when though.
Whenever.
During sex.
Nah, that's the one exception. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I was waiting for that.
Damn.
Nah, I was waiting for somebody to bring it there. Hold the fuck on.
Oh,
Nah,
damn.
you want to talk about it?
Nah,
I was like,
that's
hold
kinda-
on, somebody's gonna have to mention it. That's why I'm going last because it was like, all right, I don't care. Yeah, I hope not because there's always a couple times. Because during
Yeah,
sex
yeah.
is like, where were you at? Like Ray, what were you saying? I didn't hear what you said.
It's just, I don't know, you know, like,
And what kind of fart?
that'll change the mood real fast, you know?
What kind of fart though? You made the pussy fart. That's, you know.
Nah, man, you know what we
I'm
mean,
just
bro. Like a fart.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
talking about flatulence, you know what I mean? Methane gas.
Diablo.
Brian busting out the Spanish.
That's how bad that was. His face even like crinkled up, like.
Yo, it did. It did.
That's terrible.
That shit's funny, yo. Methane gas. Like, yo, a bad one, nigga. Like a bad one, bro.
But nah, yeah, I guess we're all about the same because we're guys. I mean, yeah, like you said, anytime. I guess, except for that one rule or that one time.
Yeah.
Which, nah, I mean, I guess if it happens, you just try to brush it off. Either literally
Yeah.
or figuratively, whatever happens.
Y'all ever fart during sex?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low key, I've let it go, like, especially, you know, when when she and doggy, it's easy.
Yeah, then it's away from everything. Like it's not, like it's
Yeah.
not that bad. But see, and now her farting during doggy. Different
Oh,
story.
hold on. Hold
Different
on.
story. Talking about brushing it off, literally. Yeah. How do you get here again? Oh yeah, Ray has. Oh yeah, I guess same thing too. It's like if I'll pull a Ray on you real quick. If I'm married to her, I guess it really matters because I ain't trying to have like the you know first time or one time or whatever, and that happens. It's like nah, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time that's
Like,
happening.
or like you know what I'm saying? Like it can't be like a chick from Tinder.
come on, bro.
Like you know that's like we're not doing that. Like you too comfortable. My interesting death fact of the day of the cast would be that a fart set off a chain of events that led to a revolt against King Apries of Egypt.
Because he farted,
Wait,
it led
listen.
to a revolt.
Yep, the repercussions were even worse in first century Jerusalem. Ooh, it's getting scary now. But a Roman soldier lowered his pants, bent over, and spoke such words as "might expect upon such a posture" is literally what that says in quotes.
Oh, he let one go, bro. That was a bad one, I bet.
The incident took place shortly before the Passover and caused a riot which led to the death of 10,000 people.
Oh my god, are you serious? Over a fart?
There you go.
Oh, humanity's fucked up, bro.
Jerusalem.
That's crazy.
This was like, how dare you talk from your butt? They didn't know what to call it back then.
disrespect.
There's no way they called it a fart back then. Imagine them saying the word fart.
Yeah.
Imagine kings and queens just calling that shit a fart. No way. It's not happening. So yeah, we had the conversation about if you had to pick a superpower, what would it be?
If I had to pick a superpower,
Yeah.
Honestly, this is easy for me. I've had the same answer for like 30 years of my life.
Me too.
What's your
No,
answer?
me too.
Fucking teleporting.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, mine's almost the same. I guess it would be the same thing as I picked time control or time travel.
Yeah,
which essentially
like
is
just
the
the
same thing.
ability to just fucking not even really move, but be transported wherever you want to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
And I guess that
Yo,
includes
so
time. That includes time to
so
when you want to
now
be.
there's certain things like Iceman, for instance. Over the
Yeah.
years, his abilities have evolved, and like the structure of his ability has technically gotten more technical as well. And so, like for instance, cold is slowing down atoms in our reality,
Hmm.
and making something hot is making atoms speed up.
Move. Yeah, move more.
So
More movement.
at the end of the day, when you slow down atoms, if you can sit there and use your ability, which is being, like controlling cold, I guess, he can essentially slow down atoms. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And if he could learn how to do that on like a wide scale, imagine what you could kind of do with certain things like that. You know what I mean? It's basically like slowing down time.
Mm.
So like you can get mad technical, or you can just be very like basic and be like, oh, super speed.
Oh no, I'm definitely picking time traveling. I can always tell. I can always travel to 1 second ago, and like be somewhere that I want to be. In a sense, like this dude was talking about teleporting. I agree.
Yeah. Um. Me, I wouldn't do like, some people would be like, oh, I would like to read minds and all that shit. Nah, I'm cool with all that. You start fucking reading the mind of somebody else, bro, and they start, I don't know. That wouldn't be
Thinking
one
some
for me.
crazy shit.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but they ain't do nothing. So you're like, I can't beat this person's ass, but I feel like beating this person's ass.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Like, nah, those are your thoughts. Like, I'm cool.
Then you have things like telekinesis and like how strong is your telekinesis? You know what I mean? Like, or you have
Hmm.
like powers like fucking the Silver Surfer. Like, there's like so many fucking things.
What are his powers though? Don't they
Well,
come from that board?
well, essentially, yeah, he gets his powers from that board, but that board comes from Galactus, which is that being
Hmm.
that follows him, and it says, well, that being that consumes worlds that he
Yeah,
follows,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. And so I forgot what the fuck. It's something like it was literally just on the tip of my tongue. Um, the something force. I forgot what it's called, but it's like this universal power. You know what I mean? So it has like all these crazy ass abilities that you get
Okay.
from riding that board.
All right. Um. Yeah, I think I'd get super speed or some shit, bro. Yeah, probably super speed. Like, everybody
Obviously
else took their.
with like the speed force or some type of force behind your super speed, because science behind speed makes you turn into dust. But
Yeah, you know what I meant.
honestly, bro, that shit. I mean, I love teleportation. Like Nightcrawler is one of my favorite fucking characters.
Yeah.
Um, the movie Jumper was a cool concept, even though it was a shitty
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, I fuck with
Um,
Jumper.
I was actually gonna mention that shit.
nigga, that
MJ
movie
was
was
talking
so
about,
Nah,
trash, bro.
nah,
That
it was
movie
not
was.
trash.
but
Don't
like
say that.
It's a bad movie.
it
No,
Like,
it's
was.
not.
it's a bro. It's a
This nigga
bad
jumped the
movie.
when this nigga jumped the whole
I
house.
like
Like I was
it.
with
Don't
it.
get it twisted. I like it, but it's a
That shit.
bad movie, bro.
Entertainment, like entertainment wise, really good movie. I like it. I like the like how Marquise just said, him jumping the whole house,
That
him
shit is
jumping into a
yeah.
bank vault.
I'm
Like,
with it.
Yeah.
I'm with
yeah,
that.
Don't get it
bro.
twisted. That, no, like that shit is fire, but
I like
the
that shit.
movie was trash.
Why was it trash though?
the
Like in your
storyline
opinion?
was the storyline was horrible.
Nah.
Yeah, it was, and the powers were mad inconsistent.
Nah.
Yeah,
How's that?
What do you mean? There was a bunch of scenarios where they could have just jumped to safety or jumped out of it somewhere or like all these kinds of scenarios, and they just didn't do it. Like,
Nah, they needed to be there.
mm,
That shit that happened needed to happen.
plot devices, bro. Those are all things that you know.
So to
The
you,
writers.
it wasn't like the action and all that stuff that was trash.
No,
It was
no,
the
hell no.
it was the story.
Yeah, well, I mean,
All right.
there was inconsistencies in the action, but I found it entertaining still. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's a like when I watch it, I'm like, damn, that shit is crazy. Like, oh shit, what the fuck, like, you know, like I geek about it, but at the same time, like if you really dive into the movie and really look at it, it's like it doesn't really make sense. Like he's been a jumper. His mother knew he was gonna be a jumper his whole life. She's been gone. Like he meets her at the end. And she's gonna let him run after all this. Like why didn't she? Like it's just there's just so many. Like it's just
I feel like that was there was supposed to be a sequel to that shit. The way they ended that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously that was like kind of like a setup for a sequel, but at
Hmm.
the same time, like just the way they set up that whole altercation, like as soon as they meet and like everything, like it's just it was poorly done, bro. That wasn't like
I liked the movie. I didn't see
yeah.
anything wrong with the story or anything, but everybody, everybody has their own thing. You could have just changed my mind right there, but nah, I still like the movie.
No, I like the movie. Like I said, it's just I think the story is bad. But I'll rewatch the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that
But if
shit.
you had me like rate it based like if you
yeah,
had a
we should
bunch of
watch that
different
shit after this.
criteria to bait it, I mean to rate it,
Hmm.
um,
I mean,
obviously story would
you're
be
not
something in
wrong.
it.
You're not wrong. They clearly didn't make another one because that shit didn't do good in the box office.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, people didn't like it. Whatever. So,
You guys good for a would you rather?
all right. What is it?
Alright. This one is would you rather create something that's imaginary and make it real? Or get rid of something that is real?
You gotta be specific.
Nah, it's just
Create
pick it.
create something that's imaginary.
Right,
And make it real.
right. Or
I'll do that.
be able to get rid of something in the world that is real. I mean, you can pick what it is. You can pick what that thing
So it's
is,
like racism.
if that's what you want it to be.
Yeah, I'll do that.
What would you say? You'll do what?
I'll create something.
You would make something that you imagine to be
Yeah.
real. Damn, what would it be?
Uh,
Just put him on the spot.
yeah, for real.
But no, like, but whatever it is, you'd rather create it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Honestly, I'd probably create superpowers.
Create a thing, an imaginary thing. No,
Yeah, like
superpowers are not
I'd
imaginary.
create
They're
superpowers.
really a thing.
Well, I mean, but like not to the extent that we know of, bro.
Yeah. Jay.
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
You don't
that
know.
shit's hard.
Obviously, some people probably be like, "That's fucked up. You should probably create a cure to cancer and shit." But like, come on, superpower. Somebody could create a cure.
But
Yeah,
come on. But come on.
But
But come on, like, come on.
The other thing
So-
is
someone-
something like yeah, a cure to cancer is great, but then that would put so many people out of work.
Damn.
but you could
So
put
it's like
people-
keep the
work,
people
like,
sick.
we'll
You could
work
put
as a
people-
team.
yeah,
No,
bro.
no.
I'll get rid of poverty, bro.
You could put something
And
people
so we'll
into
have
work to at least
superpowers.
like give
We'll have
like to give the
superpowers.
treatment.
A cure to cancer, and nobody will be poor. Work as a team, bro. Let's do it.
And cover all bases.
Make
Oh,
money
you're gonna lose
moves.
your job? Don't worry about it. You're not poor, nigga. How am I
Yeah.
not poor? You're just not.
There's no such thing as poor.
Go to a store, walk in, grab shit. Somehow he gets money off of it.
Like I just erase poverty.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be erasing like a third of the world.
Damn right, if that's erasing poverty. They're like, you want to erase poverty? Yeah, no
That's
problem.
the.
They,
I'm like one
half
of
the world
those. I'm
disappears.
one of those fucked
What
up
the
ass genies.
fuck?
I'm one of
Yeah,
those fucked
yeah,
up ass
damn,
genies
nah,
that
nah,
like
nah, nah.
that'll like you
Nah,
know
you didn't.
I'll do what you said, but there's definitely some fucked up ass thing I'm doing
This ain't
about it.
Aladdin, bro.
Like
This
you
ain't
said,
Aladdin, bro.
like I said, you want to get rid of poverty? Fine. Everybody poor
Nah.
is just gonna disappear, like turn into dust, just poof. And it's by my standards poor. It's not by your standards.
Right? Some fucking Avengers shit happens. And Thanos
Yeah.
snapping his finger, everybody's gone. Nigga, oh my god.
And you're like, what did you do? Like, yo, you said you wanted to get rid of poverty. Like, that was the deal. I got rid of it.
There's
Now you don't have
no
to worry
more
about it.
problem. Go to the bank, you'll see. For some reason, you got a bunch of fucking money.
Like, we needed to put that money somewhere, and it just went into everybody who was still here's bank account.
It distributed it. Wow, that sounded great. Straight Spanish. It distributed. It distributed evenly. Everyone gets a slice.
That's crazy, though.
What would you do, Marcus?
No, I'm down with the getting rid of something, actually.
Hmm.
Because I don't know. I don't want to be all that responsibility of creating the thing that, I don't know, might have fucked everything up. I mean, I guess getting rid of something could fuck everything up, too. Butterfly effect shit.
Yeah.
But I think I'm down to have the ability to get rid of something.
Get rid of Hitler.
Now I'm one of those that would definitely play with a history type thing just to see. But I mean, I guess in this case, if you see it, like once it happens, there's no going back after that. You know, you said like, what if you kept somebody around or got rid of somebody early, all that shit.
So what would it be?
I don't know. I probably would. I don't know, yo. I probably would try to. Shit, I'm down with the like getting rid of the Declaration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to see what happens.
Damn, nigga. Slavery goes on for another 100 years, my nigga. Like, yo.
Yeah, but what if that would have just like helped fire up the whole like slave takeover? Like fuck them running. What if they would have just took over?
Next thing you know, Marquise gets the ability to time travel, and he starts learning about alternate timelines, and he goes creates a timeline where they don't actually create it.
Wait,
He sees that it's fucked up. They never fucking get away.
Alright, but think about how many slaves there were.
They never get away, bro.
And Marquise is just sitting there like, come on, y'all rooting for y'all niggas, beat.
I have a whole gang. But I mean, shit, it would have got wild though. Shit would have been wild.
Some crazy shit would have happened, bro. For real.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down to find out.
Go
We don't
back
need none of that.
and
We
help
don't need
the
any, like,
Indians
we don't need the Constitution.
not die.
Like, we can get rid of
Not
that.
get killed.
For
They
real,
get rid of
straight
the
up
whole
tell the
Constitution.
You
Indians.
see what happens, yo?
Tell
Like,
the Indians that the fucking the blankets got smallpox. Don't take them shits.
yeah.
Tell
Save the
them,
Indians,
warn
bro.
them. So go back
The
that
Native
to that
Americans.
part so that it never yeah, okay, I'm with it. I'm with the idea of that. I see what you mean. Go back to that point, like Christopher Columbus thing, like just get rid of, like, he comes over, instead of like him coming over, he gets like, he ends up
That
getting
or
pushed
like
over to like
when
Africa.
when the colonists were moving west and like they were like killing the Native Americans like along the way, dude, or like taking their land and shit.
Yeah.
Stop that shit from happening.
Right, you interfere
Just
right
start
at your
erasing
island.
people.
You're like, what you thought, nigga? You thought you was gonna run up on this island, son? Thought you was gonna run up on these coastal shorelines, nigga? Like, oh, this is mine? Sight.
There'll be a
I taught
lot.
these niggas how to make guns.
Whoa.
Taught these niggas how to make guns.
There's no enemies.
Real
So, yeah.
guns. These niggas walking around with like automatic weapons.
Yeah, right? Just imagine that shit, bro.
Well, yeah. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and. Oh, what is going on with my phone? I did fail to mention earlier. It's a real good time now that we have this break to mention to you guys that this show is not sponsored at all. So before we get out of here, I just want to throw a good wholehearted mention to water. You guys go get you a nice drink of water at your local home. You can drink water from your house. Most people have water on their refrigerator nowadays. Filters, however you feel like drinking your water. But that's that for us. I'm gonna go ahead and slide out of here. Just wiggle up out of here, as Rob would say. Shout out to Rob.
See you guys later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and